Welcome back, students. Welcome to biology classes. Today we are going to see 11th science biology, and we are going to see the chapter number 22, that is chemical coordination and integration. First, we are going to see the basic introduction, and then we are going to see the different types of hormones which are secreted by your body in this chapter, how the chemical coordination is taking place in your body. That we are going to see in this chapter. So let's see about today's lecture for the introduction of it, right? So in animals, control and coordination is performed by neural system and endocrine system jointly. So when we are talking about the animals, right, the control as well as the coordination is being taking place with the help of two systems. The first is the neural system and second is the endocrine system. Now, as the nerve fibers do not intervene all the cells of the body, for this reason, the endocrine system is required to coordinate the functions. Now, as there is presence of the nerve fibers, right, which are not intervening all the cells of the body, and for this reason, what happens is the endocrine system is needed, right, for coordinating the different functions of your body. So not only the nervous system is responsible for controlling the functions or coordinating the functions, but even the endocrine systems, with the help of the hormones, they are coordinating the different functions of your body. So before going to the main endocrine glands, first we need to know is that what exactly the endocrine gland is, right? So endocrine glands are ductless glands, right? So ductless glands means what? The glands which does not pour their secretion into their specific ducts. That means it does not have a specific or special ducts for carrying their secretion, right? So for this reason, this endocrine glands, they release their secretion directly into the blood, right? So there are two main types of glands which are found in your body, the exocrine glands and the endocrine glands. So exocrine glands, they are said to be the duct glands, right? Why? Because they are having their specialized ducts in which they are pouring their secretion. While the endocrine glands, they are ductless glands where they does not have specialized ducts for pouring their secretion. So here this endocrine glands, they are directly released in their, they are directly secreting or releasing their secretion into the bloodstream, and then through the bloodstream, or we can say through the blood, this is being transported to specific target organs to initiate a particular metabolic change. So wherever the change is needed, or wherever this hormones or the secretion of the particular endocrine gland is needed to occur, right? So through with the help of this blood, it reaches to that specific organ, and then the metabolic change, or we can say the functional change, is carried over there. Now, the endocrine glands secrete chemicals which are known as hormones, right? So, the endocrine glands, whatever they secrete, that is a chemical, a type of chemical, and for this reason, they are known as hormones. Now, these hormones are non-nutrient chemicals, right? Non-nutrient, that means it is not possessing any of the nutrient part in it, right? For this reason they are said to be non-nutrient chemicals, and they are going to act as intracellular messengers and are produced in trace amount, right? So when we are talking about the hormones, right, hormones, they act as intercellular messengers. Intercellular, that is whatever messages which are needed to be sent in between the two different types of cells, that is being carried out with the help of the hormones. And also it is been produced in trace amount, right? So for this reason, the specific amount of hormones should be secreted in your body. If excess secretion is seen, then also it can lead to several problems, or if less amount is secreted, then also it can lead to problems, right? So now we are going to see about the next topic, and that is human endocrine system, right? So endocrine glands and hormone producing tissues or cells, they are located in different parts of the body. So when we are talking about human endocrine system, it does possess not only one single endocrine gland, but it is possessing several different types of hormone producing tissues, as well as several cells are also there, which are located into the different regions of your body. And for this reason, each part of your body is going to contain different types of endocrine glands, right? The examples here are given, that is just like gastrointestinal tract, kidney, liver, and heart also produce small quantity of hormones to control and coordinate the function of respective organs. So, well, let's talk about gastrointestinal tract. It is also going to produce something, that is the gastrointestinal tract. That is what the stomach. It is going to produce what the gastric juice, right? Even the intestine is also going to produce the intestinal juice, right? So there are several different kinds, that is different kind of organs. They are going to produce very small quantity of hormones, and these hormones are going to do the controlling as well as the coordinating of different respective organs. Now you can see this figure is, in this figure there are several endocrine glands which are shown over here. So that is hypothalamus, right? That is found in the brain part, as we have seen in the previous chapter. Then there is presence of pituitary gland nearby to the region of the spinal cord, right? Or we can say the medulla oblongata. And there is pineal gland. Then you can see it, then in the neck region there is presence of thyroid and parathyroid gland. At nearby to the heart, or we can say nearby to the tracheal region, there is presence of thymus gland. Then the pancreas, as you know, it is beneath the stomach, right? Then there is presence of adrenal gland on the top of the kidneys, right? Then in males there is presence of testes, while in females there is presence of ovaries, right? So these are several glands which are present in the human body. So we are going to see first about the hypothalamus, right? So hypothalamus contains several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei which produce hormones, right? So when we are talking about the hypothalamus, this hypothalamus is going to contain several groups which are going to contain a specialized cells which are known as neurosecretory cells, right? So hypothalamus is made up of several groups which are which are formed by neurosecretory cells, and they are called as nuclei. And this neurosecretory cells, they have the ability to produce the hormones, right? This hormones is released by hypothalamus, which regulate the synthesis and secretion of pituitary hormone. So none another, this hypothalamus is responsible for activating the pituitary hormone to release different types of different types of glands, or we can say different types of hormones in the body, right? So hypothalamus produces two types of hormones, right? The first is releasing hormone, which is simplified as RH hormone, right? Or we can say RH simply. Second is the inhibiting hormone, that is the hormones which are inhibiting the secretion, right? Or we can say it is inhibiting several things, right? So releasing hormones are gonadotropin releasing hormone. The example of it is this, that is GnRH hormone. As well as the inhibiting hormone is somatostatin hormone, right? So the hormones released by hypothalamus reaches the anterior pituitary through portal circulatory system and regulate its function. So when we are talking about hypothalamus, this released, right, these hormones are released from the hypothalamus and it reaches to the anterior pituitary hormone. So that is anterior pituitary, that means the pituitary gland, it does possess two types, the posterior side as well as the anterior side. But firstly, the hypothalamus, the hormones which are released by the hypothalamus, it reaches to the anterior pituitary, right, with the help of the portal circulatory system, and this is going to regulate its function, right? So the posterior pituitary is under direct control of hypothalamus. So there the anterior pituitary is indirectly controlled by hypothalamus, that is with the help of the hormones it is reaching to the anterior pituitary, and then it is doing its regulation, right? But while the posterior pituitary, it is directly controlled by the hypothalamus, right? So this is about the first type of hormone which is secreted in your body, and that is hypothalamus, and this the location of it is in the brain. I hope you are very clear with this first type of hormone, right? In the upcoming classes we are going to see the different types of hormones in detail. So here we are ending today's session, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.